Hello. Wanted to get into the second letter of John, and this is a real short one, so it's going to probably be a shorter video, but there are a couple of cross references and some good information in here. So we're just going to dig in here. 2 John. The elder to the elect lady and her children, whom I love in truth, and not only I, but also all who know the truth, because of the truth that abides in us and will be with us forever. Grace, mercy, and peace will be with us from God the Father and from Jesus Christ, the Father's Son, in truth and love. So right away in the benediction, there's a little cross-reference, right? So he says, because the truth that abides in us and will be with us forever. Now, if we go to Matthew 24:35, we get, heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. It's just a nice little reminder that though there's judgment coming, his words are going to endure forever, and his words are truth, and his words are love. And he tells us, Jesus tells us, abide in me, abide in my words, and let my words abide in you. And then whatever you ask, you'll receive. And the reason for that is because we'll start asking for the things he wants us to ask for, because we're abiding in his teachings and his words. Okay. 2 John 4. I rejoice greatly to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we were commanded by the Father. And now I ask you, dear lady, not as though I were writing you a new commandment, but the one we have had from the beginning, that we love each other. And this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment, just as you have heard from the beginning, so that you should walk in it. For many deceivers have gone out into the world, those who do not confess the coming of Jesus Christ in the flesh. Such a one is a deceiver and the Antichrist. Watch yourselves, so that you may not lose what we have worked for, but may win a full reward. What these apostles, these disciples of Christ have worked for is to spread his teachings, Jesus' teachings, through these letters, inspired by the Holy Spirit within them to write, and go out and establish his church. This is what they're working for. So we know that if we abide and study his word and let his words grip our heart, that we're not putting to shame what they have worked for, these men. And if we stay fast in it, we'll earn that crown at the end, in eternity with Jesus. This is a good bit here. Everyone who goes on ahead and does not abide in the teachings of Christ does not have God. Whoever abides in the teachings has both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring these teachings, do not receive him into your house or give him any greeting, for whoever greets him takes part in his wicked ways. Though I have much to write to you, I would rather not use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to come to you and talk face to face, so that our joy may be complete. The children of your elect sister greet you. It's a real short little letter. As he said, he wishes he could just talk to them. He's going to go there and talk to them face to face. It's more joyful for us. But the letter is good for the rest of us who, we can't meet John. So the bit that's really important in here, I got a cross-reference to Galatians 1:8. So we'll go there. But if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed. As we have said before, and now I say again, if anyone is preaching to you a gospel contrary to the one you received, let him be accursed. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. So we're told in here, many deceivers that have gone out into the world, and such men are antichrists. And then we're immediately told, everyone who goes on ahead in their own teachings or their own whims or their own ideas of what God is actually teaching doesn't have God. But if you abide in his word, in his holy Bible, and let these words of Christ, these teachings of Jesus sink in and grip our hearts and change us and conform us, then we have both the Father and the Son. It's really good to know that our God is so loving to us that he doesn't want us to be without knowledge, without insight of his teachings and of who he is, because his teachings are his character. It's him. It's his words. It's his voice speaking to us. So that bit in 1 John 1:10, if anyone comes to you and does not bring these teachings, don't receive him into your house or give him any greeting, for whoever greets him takes part in his wicked ways. Is we're replacing the truth. If we don't abide in these teachings, we're using his name for different teachings. And remember, 1 Samuel 15, God tells us he thinks that's witchcraft, to attach his name to things he hasn't said and rebel against his word while using his name to justify it. And we don't know God if we do that. But to abide in his teachings and study his word and let them change us and sanctify us and clean us up. And we know Jesus and God. And it's so incredible how loving he is to us, that he gave us his words. I hope this finds you well. Yeah. Have yourselves a great day. God bless.